Back 5 minutes after 4 higher sempa 94.7 Ekosiisen Jumedino and Ugusua Utieno we may hear some Jumedino yeah Tuaswa and say na Abdul Latif Idrisu or no Nijina multimedia name ewa court in Tinsensembi one Marcoswa quarter ya more mania ebia now who the Ekoswa Abdul Akwa Banema to say good and no other than commodine shas say na me press me nyame of interest to me crani celebrities for Nkoma Akoswa court ye shall say wa na oboy amane say baby adu ne twense ade atemu na nkasa ebeba enti ede na akusi afa na ansana ya call the political one so
as ya kase sisia no Supreme Court at the ruling number na ruling they say well known in the ruling normal indicate among celebrities
well known
personalities and professionals. As what you say here, you are well known personality and you are a professional on top of it. You say you are barred from appearing in any commercial that promotes alcoholic beverage. That is a ruling. And to four journalists, lawyers,
well known
teachers, lecturers, well-known personalities and professionals.
Well-known personalities.
Yeah, the scope has now been widened. Well-known personalities and professionals. That is the FDA directive, and the Supreme Court has upheld it. Yeah.
Wow. Hey, we sure say.
Because celebrities are now well-known personalities.
I was very hopeful that they on background to say, oh well, but measured or with a certain maybe criteria, be better to say make quite a well-known and cemetery expanding the scope. No, was not what I was even thinking. I thought it was limited to these are celebrities on person more advancing the course of advertising some of these products.
He was seeking for 4 reliefs.
Yeah.
1, a declaration that on the true and proper interpretation of Article 17.1 and 17.2, which says that we are all equal before the law and no one has to be discriminated against. Or say, sa article na FDA directive no contravenes because you are discriminating against a section of the that is one. Intino percent na Supreme Court na say is unconstitutional. Secondly, a declaration that on the true and proper interpretation of Article 17.1 and 2, the same articles, the Supreme Court should declare as null, void, and unenforceable. Wow. That's directive by the FDA. Supreme Court said there be only case. 3. An order striking down guidelines. So an order by the Supreme Court about striking directive no cry just say any cry and also Supreme Court and they said there be. And finally, an order of perpetual injunction.
Wow.
Now opesenka Supreme Court no ede injunction eniwe to FDA so say FDA and an agents and our science and ne echina and a future no omuntumi fa kwan fufuro bia so enka say omo de this directive ne introduce this directive in a certain way. That is a perpetual injunction on FDA and its assigns and agents. And also Supreme Court and say there be Interrogating say.
So which people came to court today?
Well-known personalities. George Kwenkwana me who say a well-known personality will show up in court, because we were actually expecting a lot of them to show up in the movie industry, but surprisingly not a single person apart from George Kwe. Yeah, in fact I was looking forward to them, but none of them showed up in court.
But George Kwe, which we need in come.
Yeah, and I don't know or Trena again say near course back and forth it is FDA that is losing. Or no, according to Onononka, FDA should contact them as movie makers, showbiz players, sit down with them, now agree on how to promote advertisement, promote the
it
kids
have
from
been a court system. It should have been a forum for them to meet and talk about
it, one, and also talk about how they can even come up with promotional advertisement and programs alcoholism because of the influence and the weight that they carry. No, or FDA approach you in that manner. Instead of say, omode akokota, omo say, sisi akote really say they are bad from engaging in those activities.
Wow. And other matters politically, Jakpa case,
Jakpa case, Enra na court no esatnase. Now before crowns case in Beshase, the Deputy Attorney General sorry Afetuaeboa and already concerned say we who WhatsApp platform be to say proceedings are a course on last week Thursday obi a recorded court proceedings portion of it and on circulate on WhatsApp. It was categorical on WhatsApp.
Wow.
Judge don't find lightly cry until quickly and sorry I say afraid to force lawyer Jackpot's lawyer and a prosecution said they should meet her in chambers. Call conclave for like 20 minutes. By judge course on my director said national security investigate the source of that audio now is not sanctioned. The court didn't sanction anybody to record it. So national security should investigate and get to the bottom of whoever recorded that portion of the proceedings, and then the necessary actions will be taken. Yeah. Osako also say next time Bibi say Sibua she'll be forced to hold the rest of the trial in camera so that Nyoma testimony and a lawyers and Kwan on Baba Tanasia journalists to when you be exactly. That's what happened even before the case started. Case now director of public prosecution and or interrogating or cross-examine Richard Jakpa. Now shall with Richard Jakpa's day as a military officer, as a soldier. And Obisani say of failing the promotion exams 4 times. Yes, 4 times. And now Richard Jakpa said, no, Okana Sadia, and Yanokre, Manfeli, no, Richard Jakpa no believe he say he was victimized because he carried a certain weight of his father into the military. Hono BSU say, Sane Papa, he was secretary to the political wing of the cadres group during Rawlins's era. And almost our group, and almost di eni mumaye ko release Jerry John Rawlins Abra Eche no shefi ase no ne papa and that political wing of the cadres group no and omu di eni na yeko release Jerry John Rawlins from prison and nti no owura military mu no senior officer and no senior officer wanted to meet him like to deal with him because of ne papa exactly. Intini ni akosu nyina exams a wa faili ni ade ni nyina no ono gidi say wan faili na mom he was discriminated against.
Okay.
Almost plenty examples of why he felt he was discriminated against, including passing a Cambridge exams and a certain university in Pennsylvania. He passed all those exams, and so there is no way Obefaili exams are Ghana Armed Forces Ranger is unsure for his promotion, and so he believes that each time he took the exams he failed 2 subjects. Each time he took the exam he failed 2 subjects. Each time, so he believed that he was discriminated against, and even at a point almost setting up a committee almost say bibiako. After that IQ test, the report suggested, according to Richard Jakpa, that Richard Jakpa is of high intelligence, and so whatever the Ghana Armed Forces are saying about him is not true. That is according to Richard Jakpa. We don't have the benefit of looking at that report that he was inferring to, and so we could not verify that. He went on a long tangent trying to explain to the court, say, oh no, he is someone who is smart, who is intelligent, and so he didn't fail the exams, and that he was discriminated against. It took a chunk of the day, but that answer alone, whether or not he failed the exams, 4 pages.
Wow.
Yeah, 4 pages. Until the judge had to come in at the time to explain to him that he has to go straight to the point and answer the question, because the court didn't have enough time to keep on listening to the narrative he was giving. And of course, Okaya, as part of Richard Japa tender into evidence here, WhatsApp chat between himself and the Attorney General Godfrey Yeboah-Dame. And he has thrown a challenge that the Attorney General say enyano kra ombe puvi. And Attorney General so a whole WhatsApp chat between himself and Richard Japa eba court. And almost file. According to the Attorney General, Richard Japa sent him 68 WhatsApp messages.
68,
and he responded to only 2, which is to make the case that responses now no Attorney General Adema Richard Japa on WhatsApp no is not relevant to the ongoing matter. But for Richard Japa, the part or the portion that he has submitted to the court is relevant. Anything or no, or submitting that portion of the interaction between him and the Attorney General. Into 68 in the is not relevant. Into part or no submittee and it's relevant. Now the Attorney General also submittee, according to Attorney General, all the messages from Richard Japa 68 and on responding to only 2.
Okay.
And no free because it was during that morning prosecution file that document. And so I took it so lawyer ne Japa lawyer almost so court no more kakra no study the charts before clients and make speak to it. Until they didn't really go into details, but this was the new thing that happened, that Godfrey Yeboah-Dame or the Attorney General has now presented to the court the WhatsApp chats between himself and Richard Japa to dispute, whatever Richard Japa has been saying to the court. That is one leg, and like I said, most of the time had to do with his failure as a military officer when he failed to pass his promotion exams, to suggest that Richard Japa now onye credible. Yeah. So that is what the Attorney General is driving at. That Richard Japa is not a credible witness, and so whatever he's saying about the contract between the company that shipped in the ambulances, he acting as an agent, and about case lato force in Inano, and then that is how the Attorney General is approaching almost cross-examination. And Richard Japa is also still in the box. He stood his grounds and responded to the questions, even though Attorney General, even at a point, Attorney General Nankasa about court wouldn't say judge need to know for say he should recuse himself from, but and run over court. What master of a case, Richard Japa kept referring to him and the conversation they've had and all of that. In fact, at a point which and sorry, and he was responding directly to something that Richard Japa had said, and the judge had to talk to him to resume his seat, which he did. Richard Japa and so be in some so say they are our police station, our ministries was satisfying the bail conditions in the area. He was being frustrated by administrative works and all of that, so he had cause to call his cousin, that the Supreme Court judge, that's Cecilia Kolendi, and explain to him that I have satisfied all the bail conditions, but this is what is going on here. They are trying to keep me in cells, not to allow me to go. Is there a way you could help? According to Richard Japa, nani cousin no at a bench so. Pacha said na case Kosovo Supreme Court or so moody case. He had to excuse the rest of the panel and also in his robe. Or say as a Supreme Court or ceremonial man or the Nancy call. Attorney General office. Eko trying to say, this is what my relation is going through. Is there a way you could help? Until according to Richard Japano, ne cousin ne friend ne phone so. Or ne kasa na passive phone numa Attorney General Godfrey Yebo Adame. According to Richard Japa, that was the first time on a Godfrey Yebo Adame have a telephone conversation. And I explain it and say, this is the situation. I've started my bail condition, blah blah blah. And I say, Attorney General share no boss say he will make sure that he gets to go home because he satisfied his bail conditions. And pam. So the Attorney General was able to intervene to get Richard Japa to go home after satisfying his bail condition. That is according to Richard Japa. And okay, say Attorney General say no waka boa, then on some run on the movie. But Judge and Peneso say he will go on that tangent because it's not part of procedure, you know. Until these are some of the things that came up. I mean, yesterday from the court. On Thursday, Nyamiado prosecution besa atwaswa interrogate cross-examine Richard Japa, and so prosecution they had 6 hours, but okay the way now Richard Japa answers na judge neka say obey time nefi so, because Richard Japa was actually taking his time to explain why he felt he didn't fail the exam, but he was victimized. And so the judge felt, say, okay, let me take the time off so that the prosecution had the leeway enough to go. Until you know, say at the next sitting, no, or the time, the Siswa, and I say exactly how it's going to go.
The minority was fully represented at the place?
Yes, some minority MPs came to support the leader of their side. Yeah.
But if I say, na main cow say, thank you so much for your time. Syntax tank, Ekoso cow, Sekope tank, Papa to, one more your preferred color, and then your layer, or per se double and a triple, and I say quadruple, and I say color bia or pebiano. Syntax tank say only did you mushroom go edit amount. Syntax tank go over 300 agents or memo baby. Open so other tank here. Now fresh number way 0244 335 168 0244 335 128 on social media. So at Syntax Ghana and as our shop online www.syntaxgh.com. Now what you want edit kitao. Syntax tank a very strong and a very very tough. Na Macau say any adieba kwa here pansa otoshen na watimi akora ne ye enti se ope eye utmost protection ama eye oka engine dia so far Seahorse 50-50 engine coolant eye pa ye eboabo engine no by free overheating eno achinso na 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 achi ana afenso no ma engine ho ordinate akonkan na aboa our consumption so no akoyie na sama a smooth driving enti and is open utmost protection for your engine a Seahorse 50-50 engine coolant no na jumedia do makasi etimidi mo ina etimedia ma kwansum kosum one or other grades is available 3367 coolant no very good for engine protection. So that's not 1090 coolant is no very good for protection. Kahunu say untimi fansu NC engine coolant anemo very bad. Say udinsu eye brano enchebu na ewenachi na ha engine no eye ahodeni abrabo woni mo say timli konkan no na eso tia aneti. Seahorse a range of high quality engine oils or market baby coolant is available all lubricant shops or baby fresh numbers with 0244 577 559 and 0540 424 368 shedding so numbers our friend here 0244 577 559 and 0540 424 386 na what you mean Eddie Inkitown Seahorse 50-50 coolant a bo o engine ho by Emma Bibiako Kama Eddie Mount Givers Herbal Center and so the Givers Co capsules Ekutia a year Sisi Yadia Coco and a mama NEM team Sanso na one day Givers herbal mixture enso abadwaso herbal mixture so akutia malaria typhoid anafi wonuma to a eboa e was akwan so and on the Givers GC mixture and capsules so aba very much for pains at brawo jonso and as enemu yade bia no sa Givers GC mixture and the capsules no eboa kwanso nkuso Givers P capsules so eboa premature ejaculation if you preoccupy na fi edu baby a be ma odu sie ni ma na akwai kasa bebebe no isa how ni na afrio enti ene yo fa GC mixture no now the capsules so awo no na ma results a esese o zaka no tempa oko pharmacy bia o mu baby a unya bia to anase wo frɛ 0543 222470 0543 222470 na watimi no na jinkita ho anase 0506 851 135 0506 851 135 ne krakrakra no me kanfo Franco Trading Enterprise for Eddie amount. One year a leading mobile phone accessories na electronic retail outlets. Adia one year says open your mapabiti say Nokia, Samsung, iPhone, smart TVs are free 32 inches, Ekopim 100 inches. Franco air conditioner national ranging from 1.5 horsepower to 2.5 horsepower. Chest freezers and refrigerators, washing machine, CCTV camera, and also one seven one of our beshisha ama kama na one treja to musu de abana bibia baby a wonem bia no de ekoso office wa sorry ufie baby bia obetimo de ekoso Franco say frɛ one wa homaso 0246 422338 0246 422338 and I say 055 5939 na watimi no one edin kita ho ama bibia etimi aboa ma make case of your messages ni bia ba na fi quickly yes an kwa man so ye won koma ye be the some net race some kangaroo court processes. How are we administering justice based on who you know? This country if you don't know anybody, you are the most miserable person. Well, Baumia is the man, and this one says, won't you guys talk about yesterday's Jackpot court case? We just did that. Nana Anane, we just did that. Another one getting through here says that Kwame Sapon say, keep your mouth shut. Now whom you know is everywhere in the world. Ben Sam say, all what NDC and that Baba Jackpot is doing is just buying time, thinking Mahama NDC will come to quash the case. Kasim Abdullah Young say, your reporter forgot to add that Richard Jackpot made it clear that he wasn't dismissed. Bajotia Waka was Inshuraba and Nelka, and so Kasa Inshuraba say, I said from the beginning that this man Jackpot is not credible. How can someone make a verbal request to you and you respond with 68 messages? Interesting times ahead. Also there are also Ode Abaddon. It is a one tea may catch us any lab technicians no one at a Juma 1 year or a health centers how doing now you can't underrate and can underestimate it. Again Emerson Montui etimi Abba because a basa na apomode wonsem no esin tokese pa ada ebem. What could be the reason? Maybe I feel this is not, I think, the first time when I just say one teacher a baby ada oba na ona kasa na aban no medi nkomo na behuna ona sa kono ona ko share odwuma se na ona sa back na ona ko. So this time round, what clearly is the problem in here? Ona just say enya dia say aban no ona nkase ya one beko already. We know that challenges in relation to health sector no enya dia itimi confronting very well inti amasa gab no ebeda ho a eno so hu sunsuanso no eyade a yentimi kra emfa diplomacy bre ensi baabi a esese esi very very important the biribia da no se ekasa oman bia no wapomuden hu sem very clear. The implication is that any who kwanse utu nyoma for apomuden hu no ejeje mu because biribia betu sa na mo no a obetu na jeje mu no na ekofansem ede aba. It was we get ready to talk to them no mesa keka text message dey bia ma Samson Asaki also this one there I think there should be a room for reviewing this Supreme Court decision because globally they use celebrities to do advertising of products. For me, I think someone should go back to the Supreme Court. Yeah. No crap, no, because in Ukraine, that was not what I was expecting. There, a be free a year court, but of course, it's here. We can seek for review and look at how best it bit me maybe attending to the details about then we get to know reasons in here, sir, and we etimi aba soji so it's important that we are celebrity we now they've added well known into akoka nipa bebre well known. It is a part of the well-known group media and J free quarter bano untimi nyinem more and so deuro baby. I don't know how these are world of celebrities and well-known personalities omobe receive information, but clearly that's from our Supreme Court and Komahudi Edi Efriho Abba. If you are part of that group, maybe you will share your opinion and your thoughts, how you've received this information. They also say SSNIT and also you two one among quickly there. Quite but can you say Kingdom Home Estate at the modern quality buildings abba a year you can say Acheampong Ekropon any a bri into would the say and they are open baby a bit mada na ho na unwi na ho ha no na yemfa asase wo man so nsembia embe ha adwen o sape bia eba akwan eba electricity eba nsuo a eno so atiti bibia kama na Kingdom Home Estate Ekau say this is one unique opportunity. The Emma won't dance so cry say only is surrounded with mia hodo eko eji ahoho mcha ho jibia baby to say Bree Botanical Gardens, Boti Falls, Safari Valley Resort, Anafi, Tetekwashi Hospital. It is our mia win an etra Kingdom Home Estate etra na anadan krani now eshia. The child say at the baby papa ye. Oh, show the child choir every quanso, every Acheampong Ekropon quanso. Number over to their friend Kingdom Home Estate 055 976 144. Number over to their Afre Kingdom Home Estate, my Mrs. Sudia 055 9761 144. Say, oh, US of A and I say Canada and our UK. Pacho WhatsApp number would be to Kingdom for wedding kita ho 0555 612 611 Shenenso 055 612 611 na wotimni Kingdom ebusuano etimi edin komo ye kwa omano so quickly na yakudi enkomo bi aba Isaac ba PR Emma Health Ministry Isaac ma ha na hoye
ni hoye pabwa nana na pome
o nyamiadom bibia kama me sure say about to my attention ye nuano ma wona tie chiamche medical science lab technicians na about to my attention
about to your attention
Moya found.
Oh, sir, the every day was say we have to engage them further. Yes, a choir, the first one, or mobile call of strike, no, because currently, no, we are all before the negotiation table. Only Fair Wages and Salary Commission, every more conditions of service. It's near the name Saka, akaye call negotiations na wie na ka bibi na nko yie na ka ehu asemo ho na ka wo se yeka but akoye se nyama ba kwa na se mienubu anko yie ama omo nti omo feel say omo the strike no be resolve sa issues no.
But is this the first time assassin abetomo tables?
Oh, na a negotiation ya ni omo enti enye first time ni na a negotiations between Fair Wages and Salary Commission and the Ministry of Health a far laboratory technicians no on say around 2021 no and omunya breakaway and there was SSNIT yenya conditions of service among at yeni omu transfer omu ye a lot of proposals. Most of the proposals now omu ye no na abine and as a Fair Wages and Salary Commission agiatum and a beka for bia akoye there is a contention say we need to review it. Near say a premature day and no or say any clearance every Minister of Finance before we are able to negotiate. And Tianuna I say Uncle Yamomo and almost say strike no ever. But Chief Director said we should go back to the negotiation table. On new leadership no better say Akasa. Na omo call of strike no. Na you continue with the negotiations.
So as we speak, money omo aiding kita and now say they are still striking.
For now they are still striking, but we are negotiating further. Say they should call off the strike.
Negotiating with who? Omo leadership and as a wine.
Omo leadership no. On say a leadership no na embrebia no yeni omuka yeni omu negotiate. Et omo leadership no na yeni omu resolve we are. Then they can authorize members who say they should go back to work. So and I don't know, it's not a DBA. I say Ministry of Health and the was to me. Or because I'm accepting and I say I'm disallowing it. A DBA, a Fair Wages and Salary Commission, and the word the mandate say Nyama way I would buy proposals way I would buy letting a jet to man as a mean to me engine to. But at the negotiation tables, no Ministry of Health also come. And I say they are for rest and yes you are home. And so because omuye under the Ministry of Health, the Chief Director directly said we need to meet them near any omuka na omu strike no omu calling off Senebeya. We can continue with the negotiation process. Well,
I'm sure why we are aware they are saying that they will not put down or they will not call off their strike. So we are aware.
Yeah, aware. And I'm say omunya emphasize communication but on several platforms no yet he say omu can be bisa. So we are hopeful say ebia any omushia na yesu ye intervene as a ministry. We are very hopeful say ombeti.
But at what point no modern nyoma be edun watwito prono so a moji ni nyina tu machi na afide mo dane mo chi ahwe omo.
Oh, anya say ya je tumuna echi na ya dane ya chi ahwe omo. Ti say na American kan no. Nyama ni nyina da Fair Wages and Salary Commission pro so. Aye ni omu nyina na negotiate. But ebedru baby no na nyama ni bi wo ho a. Fair Wages and Salary Commission feel say before some be committee government to rate no there was a lot of consultation from Ministry of Finance. No, they were not able to agree say abai be je to no say nyama we say ni say no ye de beka market ya ho ana say ye de be je to ye to say bosum bia no ye betu ade amamo emom we ni die ye betimi agi atom ye betimi achi ade amamo. And so now we were hoping say aka ye betwen Fair Wages and Salary Commissions or more response from Ministry of Finance na bibi ankoyi na aka ye nyina ye kan wasem but enu nya maye na omu issue notice about 2 weeks ago say aka omu cost strike emma you can say honorable minister honorable Koboy cried to anamo with Fair Wages and Salary Commission said they should expedite processes are betting me avoid this anyama way.
But that's a situation that Omwa is very specific on matters of about their communication, their uniform, their unsociable and special project allowances. Almost say Sanyoma Wenu, you two a year, Monim, any finance ministry, no, Oma decline to Anna Adi Omaja Tunda. Is that the case?
Also, almost the two ministry anymore. Ministry does not have the mandate to commit to these labor regulations. This is Fair Wages and Salary Commission. And some of the issues now more raising, they are supposed to justify it. It's a justification. Now, Fair Wages and Salary Commission, I can say. If I say BB to say, now we are trying to avoid this kind of banter. Say, Yama a cost of promotion near the above 12 bonte, but justify the unsociable allowance. Now a hono society and mami come chimra. Justify the special project. Now it was me come chimra. Justify the communication allowance. Now it was me come chimra. It is a hanya mano and I call say society almost said, "Sa for no be count dia on betimi." I go on with the negotiations. Until I see Fair Wages and Salary Commission, Beko. Now they go with a consultation with Minister of Finance. Almost and now resting say it was our issues now.
Okay, just 1 minute. Mami acknowledge the doctor, Franklin Amartey Armah. Doc, Akwaba, good afternoon. Aponti saying.
What did you say?
Bibi kama.
Yeah, come sir.
Eba we tofu.
Me am who me you.
Doctor.
Yes sir.
Bibi kama.
Enko ye sir.
E dey biem.
Enko ye.
Na mudi ade ma akoma akudun watwa akoto abayanim. Na wa fa ni nyina ma na kan nan bia. Ene your problem.
Eya be ma won say asemba. Obi aka ni de mani ye de. Sir, 29 yeah, can. Those were things that we were already enjoying. Diana,
more freely that.
And our face, Diana, Fufro Crano, Dia, Yebetia, a free IGF mono. They quickly agree to it because when we buy more conditions of service, na IGF soa. With the greatest of respect, it is a lot of nothing.
A lot of nothing.
Of course.
IGF.
IGF, when it's subject to the availability of funds, every manager will prioritize operational cost over conditions of service. And so government submitted to us in our previous conditions of service a certain 13th month's salary, which we rightfully deserve. Go around and see how many workers have enjoyed. Unless you are privileged to be working in the big facilities like Olebu and Co, which generates more and they have capacity to pay. Other than that, it is a lot of nothing. It is like giving something with the right hand and collecting with your left hand. And so those were the things that quickly they agreed upon. When it got to the contentious issues, what should appear on the pay slip so that we can have better pension and the rest, that is where
the challenges.
And we are told that they do not have financial mandate for the rest.
But that is the case. You are dealing with a ministry that does not have the financial muscle. That is the case.
Well, may I respectfully submit to you that will you agree that if that is the case, then everybody within the space of work should suffer same? But when you have, these things...
Selectivity.
This, of course, there is clear selectivity. So we are saying that we are not expecting that the 10 outstanding all should be extended to us. Everybody who have been to negotiation table will know that at the point you trade something for something. And we are willing to do so. What has been the challenge is engaging us even for the conversation has been the problem.
But are you saying, sir, as we speak, there is no engagement ongoing?
Well, if it is today that they will call us, take note that we give ample time, reasonable time, within which duty bearers should act. Because you see, we lead people, and you see the people agitating and calling for a direction. And as leaders, you prevail upon them, say, hey, baby, I'm going to say, na failure, utaya, na failure, say, hey, many are jama ko baby, entina tembia, okay, be ma wamosano. Then, when we got to that point, the true command duty bearers say, young Crawford, baby, I do not yet. Moi, baby, I'm from one.
But why are fair to the new minister? Why are you fair to the new minister?
Well,
he just took office.
Well, the point is that it is a continuity.
That is perfectly so, but at least to be fair to the minister.
Oh, but award be na lab for a year. So be go go say, hey, only minister, it is the small one.
They are so.
So people let you
say, buy award be there.
Uncle Beji, and you inherit both assets and liabilities.
When was the last time a sector minister and as a relevant bodies in finance ministry fair wages?
No, but even to extend that goodwill to the new minister, don't you think it would have been appropriate if he at least he has invited leadership around, then put in a case? He has not done that.
The new minister?
He has not done that. He has not invited our leadership, even up to now.
Are you sure?
And so how can we extend such privilege that you are a new minister? He should present his case that while I am a new minister, treat me as such. I now know issue and I'm abreast of the issues. Give me time to solve it. He has not done that.
Yes, sir.
Minister no bibia sense.
Oh, I am sir Minuka say he has directed say there should be an emergency meeting between the leadership of our unions, no management. One, call off strike, and secondly, we move back to negotiation tables at the Akotwaso. Ubekaya last 2 weeks, no Wet Health Assembly. No, he was not in the country. At that time, now most of the management members in Yanko, including the chief director HR and chief director.
But the urgency of the matter.
But all right, sir.
You see the urgency of the matter, no. More approach, and I want that.
Oh, a lot of things have gone on, and now because Dr. Armah, we will try as much as possible, sir. We will maintain a cordial communication, but a lot had gone on. We feel, sir, at the meeting now, with evidence as that they will be happy, and then they would call off the strike.
But your minister is still in town, and he's not met them. That's the challenge.
Currently, the minister is arranging for an urgent meeting, and I can say, sir, let's leave it up to this point. Senebeya, yeni omushia, ebia medical assembly, a committee numuna and sharanko sisu. Eti mesre say, ye invitation na eba out no. Na omu onasa invitation yeni mushia. Dr. Armah no mushia no yeni omu kan bibiye will come out to give a communication to that.
But so when say space no more jato gap no more jato, we cannot just fulfill it gap to say the but so sir.
Of course, there is a lot of crisis in their absence. Sir, we are all suffering it. And you know a lot of tension at the ministry at the moment. Sir, yenina ya uha send a resolve issue way in temtem. Na of course the omunina be cancel okay say ya be there ya tiwe ya se. Then we come together. We have been with them, they have also been with us. And all we can say is we are begging them say resign your decision. And at the table we believe that they will listen to us and consider that.
But why have we gotten to this point where Omoma duty bearers enough on one west, if I'm to borrow ample time to ensure somebody may rectify some of these things are avoidable?
Sir, some of the issues now more raising, most of them, let me say, it is not resting with the Ministry of Health to give that approval.
But you act as a facilitator, you serve their interest.
Exactly. So we have done a lot. He can attest to the fact that Ministry of Health was always committed into the negotiations. We have done a lot. Just that at this particular point, things have gone the way it has turned out. And so we will call on them to come for the meeting. And then we continue with the negotiations because negotiations now more
So the meeting is when?
I just got back and I'm told it will be tomorrow. But I will confirm that when I cross check but I'm sure it will be tomorrow morning.
Okay, my name is Dr. Armah with Wadarma. Open back as I cried, I said, Wagum, Mobo. If they cannot take the final decision, they can push, but they can't take the final decision. If you want to consider almost limitation,
rightfully so. And judicial letter, come out. You expected, say, and she say, how you should be the person we can come to quickly so that you can add your voice. Unfortunately, the letter they put out there really infuriated our people. Yeah. Why? Because you see, we wrote to them directly, and they didn't write to us.
Oh, they
didn't write to us. We only saw evidence of receipt of our letter
in the news
on the 5th of June.
5th June.
But they never found the need to invite us or to even, write back to us. They didn't.
We're very worried about that.
Of course, our people felt slighted. And whether you like it or not, fairness is a function of effective comparison. They compare. Fairness. Yeah, they compare. That if it were to be nurses or pharmacists within the sector,
don't make that comparison.
Respectfully submit to you.
You are also equally important.
Exactly the point. So our people felt slighted. That why we felt discriminated upon.
In the health center, the money discrimination here, man.
So na young crow for no, or my drink or your so move patches a trauma more cry, move fear. And only to see in the public space a certain plea after the strike has taken effect. So it was a knee-jerk reaction. And the statement even they put out there, are you aware that in negotiation you do not declare the details, you don't speak to the details in the public? It was in clear violations of the rules of negotiation. You saw the Fair Wages and Salary Commission. They didn't mention anything. They only mentioned 29 numbers because they know the rules. They are their masters of their game. So what the Ministry of Health did was in clear violation of our rules. And it was only, and I believe that they cannot claim that they were not aware. It was tailored at something to create a certain disaffection for the medical laboratory professional. And our people were extremely appalled by that action.
Isaac, Nadia Makofabe.
Oh, I could say, sir, it's but wait, but this particular affection there, I want to differ. Say the ministry is not discriminating, and secondly, the issues are STT, was in regards to the current another latest discussions we all face at Labour Commission, and so one way or the other, they may not be fair with it, but it was a communication to let the public know. Say one, the decision to grant all those items does not rest.
One response. You chose to drop it in public space. Their attention open.
No, we never drop their letter in the public space. Letter nobody and yes, our letter near the it was referring to the communication now.
Of course, but that's what I'm saying, that we have written to you. You choose to rather put it in the public domain instead of getting back to and we didn't come on the way around it.
No, that communication was not direct. It was a strike communication. At that time, none of the strike had already taken effect, and there was therefore the need for Ghanaians to know. Say one, now the decision to grant all those requests was not resting on the Ministry of Health.
Oh, but I think, be fair, clearly, won't organize. Maybe back and forth is our health sector.
Yes. No, currently there is a serious arrangement to engage them.
And
so we only plead that
under Minister Oko and your good self and the entire team. Minister, we're a solid team. I don't want to go deeper, but you come across as quite disorganized. Into the multiplication say more slight here, because most shall say more comparisons there. We are finished in our health sector. It's not healthy for us. It's back and forth. Because you know who cape ya so be she wodum. So what I say, enti misre mo mananya asem hia na muntimi ni omo nkasa. Ano baba ye ne beboa ma asumdwa baba o be kire say ye ministry no enye na ye we na ye na ye say na omunye say na 29 maza. Go and organize yourself. We are friend, go and sin no more. As we plead with Dr. Armah. Dr. Armah,
you bet your way.
The same primary and you catch the grub whom
that's a what you know,
and to so buy a pono cash.
But with the honorable minister, there have been a lot of issues, and so it's been up and down. So I will plead that you give him some time. He will call you. Meet him personally.
Okay, but me that's it. So but that's we can. While my hope kakra say with the bibia to be trapped, but doctor now shut us ano. But me believe who.
Some musician.
Doctor ma. But me believe who. Oh, me amadi wadi. As a we adwumadi, obi person odi 6 down on 9 on twuma no kra.
Yeah, the microscope na dey by a better microphone see say no was any grabber.
Oh wow.
So with the warriors of matter.
Oh yeah, I'm telling you, Doctor Poster is so good.
Warriors of matter.
So nice.
It's one thing that is very important. Say,
yeah.
And the good thing is that we have both sizes here.
Yeah.
So I'll show sizes. I'll show sizes.
Send me your size.
I'll show sizes. Send me what time we have to come here. On best swallow. Into where the doctor so to me champ I saw the name.
Yes,
the best approach.
Strike will not resolve issue.
The best approach is
just to draw attention.
The leadership now and
so I'll show you how important
it's very important. But the baby any baby say the most leadership say between I can say do baby so me na cry no because yeah then it brings some attitude of and if
you do not have something in hand, it will be difficult to.
Of course, I understand. What's the problem? You know, the ministry should sit them down.
They should fix the meeting. That is very important.
Let's try and put something
immediately. I bet because and Nigeria
we are not insulated to the excesses of any strike.
Okay.
Exactly. Nobody's promised tomorrow.
Exactly.
And then you need the civil service.
Exactly.
We are not comfortable.
Doctor, that's it.
Doctor, yeah, that's it.
But
Nigeria, now you say chance.
But Doctor, guy,
Chairman, the American say, I'm the said doctor, Unim Union Okobo.
Yeah.
Okoyo Bia, Nasunya.
Oh, the most refined minister,
Obia or Fempa.
The most refined, most refined, Obuadia,
and he said, we are Abano. So they are all the kind. Fortunately. Obetum. Chair. Wababetum. And I just read him to the ministry of Jumasity. And they were now hard, and Car Sabi, we chief director, and then in Crawford.
Some show a class and
minister, I engage.
Any Brabant. Yes, that's
it. Oko doesn't just close early. I mean, around 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock, what you might go office crowd because of the Jumasity. And I'm sure, say, Asempana Wakasa. I asked Papa Ngwana. When you Kasa Hankwan, by close day of tomorrow.
Oh, but Dr. Franklin Amartey Armah, first national vice chairman, Ghana Association of Medical Lab Scientists.
Medical laboratory professional.
Thank you.
And then Bibia Kosu has and sa AD him why.
Okay, so you try what by bar. Chairman go what Reverend Charles also Atlas.
Your heroes.
Well, yeah, asa baby Dr. Amaya Dasi kwa oni edin komo ye jedi se bibia be kama ede amai mameka sa ya sempa 94.7 Ekosiisen jume dine na ogusu awuti no no numa ba pa community enum chairman Kojoboaten abetenase sanso na Reverend Charles Osunso abetenase ade ba ko se meka onso biem so no se HJ Real Estate Dubai Property Expo. HJ Real Estate. So on here Dubai Property Expo. Was it for the first time Dubai Property Expo, you know, Ghana had him say by HJ Real Estate. They all kind of say when you're located at 28 Joseph Bross Tito Avenue, Cantonments, and can help it Diamond in City Apartments, the Diamond in City Apartments. AJ Real Estate say one year your property advisors are presented this exciting opportunity to invest in Dubai. Any DNTS or invest in Dubai. A tax-free income, good rental income, guaranteed high return on investment, flexible payment plan for high capital appreciation, 0% property tax, tourist destination, and a safest country. HJ Real Estate say for the first time they are having this interaction. Dubai Property Expo no Ghana Hanum say 28 Joseph Broz Tito Avenue Cantonment Shasia on the 21st of June. Ekopim the 22nd of June. So Shasia on the 21st of June. Ekopim the 22nd of June 2024. Anopa non do pepe kopim eyenongo de biada. Inti just book in advance. Book in advance. Now for menya jumadi no atimo asemi anase obetimi so afre one wo 0537 586 262 0537 586 262. WhatsApp line here 0537 586 262. One website is www.hjrealestate.com. On Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube as HJ Real Estates. Indeed, the all culture you know say HJ Real Estates, your trusted partner. Obetimini one Eddie a year. Enkita homa bibi etwa kama ede amawo mamenka obi emsu say ene kese builds enso ka say ohamu nchimu aduonu with the 50% ne bra na 50% na aka no ono is spending amount over 5 years no was sidan kama ama your own choice e wasase amanso bi eni so this is so good and news say eni ho kwan say ojeja ho kese build say build your house conveniently with us. Reverend Charles Osu Akwaba.
On my henny.
Come on.
Radio to my henny.
Because my boja. Tell me anymore. Come my henny. Na very myself for the Machia baby will be a doctor. Very myself for Chilebua Kudia. Doc Machia. The embassy, dear, and you quite need Wabelfidia. One of his by. Then I wonder, Mamma Chiao. We do the name near the milk corner. Say, and you are for your henny near the mama, but you that you do one or anything of Obusa Chamisa. Oh, friends are brandy or tears or mine, or but oh, or mine in a cross, are brandy, and Mr. Navid Wadarma. That's your money. You know, that's the beauty of Ghana. Yeah, he knows them. No,
of course.
Yeah. It's a pajama could all the time. I bless and I thank God for two for. So what to me, Ama status be. Say they still have a certain power. So I just over here because omudimu here and our man here dimu power.
Probably the end say. Na sante hene. 2-4 say to 2. Nem kwaso na wie. Na nanom nyina kwaso. Na ahemfo no binom and ama enne sabi nkola nkete kura sori amutimi kasatia ahemfo no binom na ka ahenie de enya de keto ye ka ahenie a sabi wonim menim tia ana yewra mampani ote akonya so enyo mampani yanko ne ohene wo term of office ahenie de ye de amamre ne amane ne yi ohene de efri ho na nko enye easy sa enye easy say be you be sorry prekopa yi ohene de efri ho enti ka esi ohene a kopuncho obewu o say president bia o term of office anamboa but ahemfo so such a saying I will feel
grand am he been a cha yeah
wo kwanza man hene wo and my him so and so nyiche pa so ekone krechi but ahin ura himfia o so san krausa na se nananom nya tra abanwa no mu a na konya na bawuro na tumi bia ba behye wo mu ti o mu kasa o mu nso nipa kan say de tie pepepe said yet here pepe don't say na something is or tran bedrooms and or the say born now sir born now sir
say the come on cause on bedroom bia e bre ohini ase on the bufu
say ya ni bo no dan ni ma sa won nsem sa aka say asa no ya ba I say nana no ma chiami for no krokro nana bufu bedroom ni ahini de FE ahini fe papa na something ni ni na nan mahemfo aka hwe moti ofo pani tina konwam se na no to srebonum manama mpo hinnom ahemfo akese dwame man hinnom trans na hwe se de kwabra na odi de me fekese ye guru kete ne e botin pansa na tumfo sifam sa fe ojeni hanki na fe kono na exhibit amani ni amamre sana efe
yeah so I also praise government check say the was here set it tone be komirika ama enkade hye hu say ampa or unique the uniqueness is very reflected e won cran kroduma and in another moment ni ye adwuma nyina ama ode ahini ni government level akọ the next level
when you say nuanum gonjafo o ahemfo no say ohini wura sisi na gonjani obeda fam fa na tare shawo obeda fam emfa ho ni atade what dress is the own address is obeda fam na achia no oda fam team na achia no da fam wona also wo sika sesen wona also wo dibia sesen o kochia na obeda fam da fam na achia no ani didanya mo say yura Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia o kochia na no confirm o dia say o jamani ni amamretum za niema ye de anidie de show na nanom no so and found said otie because baby ofri bia kuro bia wo hene ho so dia say o baby ofri no hene ho nti ni kwa so ofri baby a wo disrespect o hene bia wo baby dabi ahene nyina ya ahene just that ahemfuchire no
de bia echi chemakojo boti akwaba eja mira remember akwaba kra no lawyer you wait in the crowd attention aba e kan bi omo huni pakro
that's you saying there
I am grateful to the flag bearer of the National Democratic Congress, his running mate, and the party leadership for entrusting me with an appointment that allows me to contribute to the success of our esteemed party. I am committed to fulfilling my responsibilities and ensuring that I deliver results that meet and exceed expectations with the confidence placed in me by the party leadership. I am dedicated to the party leadership. I am dedicated to working towards the advancement of our party's goals and objectives. So, you are Bema free bro. Eric J. So only Dibia national debut. Oh, me Bobo watch only Dibia. Debut only Dibia. My chairman,
me who listening? But then any case you be ko say you know because why you akitwa na because odi jumama ni ku ntino na ya pejani nti ye mani trinkwa na ye kana nanom nsem ana okofa wa unu apani kumawu mahine asem ba mu na say the na menu ya chasika na bibi ke kan be say mitimi kan bi but you see menim say colonial days no abrofo ne hu say sa na mo na o ma beto wa hanom say ye nananom ne ahemfo no e na e manage ye nkro ni ye man ni ye resources no o mu hu say pepa bi be free mu aba eye bia chance te na make say o mu the bible be dada ye e betu na mo bia sabi ye ku free sa tibia na akade ye be komu no Obahine me catch your plane. Sekene Ghana kenkomo aye die pa said na otumfo asante hine no mu sorry ye said British Queen no sorry kun ye eka the state of England boom ebedi so adu baby no omo manage state kakra e ka so mpefa hu de ko ye prime minister no seki ye wo sa tibia ni bi okrom ha kenieba bebre enton chiasa I'm telling you for the fact because because can be a the reporting authority can the president man who so be a prime minister go back or report to or say to fee corruption I do him come bebre can back from because I bring na can be I could do a friends Kumau state penny or two or two state you came a dink or movie say you see hospital be ne kobe 60 years yet to be young wajuma can have about because the state the case me practice and namso maybe what is a do baby and agan or comedy as I think there's to me call IMF ko patch my as an guarantee alone. So do you understand how powerful to me any papa a woman and a young tia say so young to me and Tanasan Kay Huamum. Camera actually to me in an Kabia catch fair baby. A man can make a hotoy and cacra. Can next and Comanca would be in a
this time so the politics is say nananum
yes send crave you dey send
emranti a ma bank
and I almost do omwaji bi
chama me ka se so me kire wakonyo me fie na ahene o me fie me ma me fie papa fie enti me ma me fie me nua me di na chi na ye ohene ba se ye krom sa na me ka no because hona me fie me ma me fie me papa krom so no me nana na ye ohene enti me de e da hada say dem slogan ti na da bia na we na as a man should be by a kunya hona the other side no is a wi akunya na dwane and a police for a chi eno je akunya ko see police station na akunya we yemfa nko police station intina yesa me die ni mo ekofa akunya no bafie me ka hinta sempa o me nyame sofo but I'm telling you akunya to me wa akunya enti se obi tina akunya so a man fa the ordinary keka de unim fa nipa no na fa moni meni approach from penny for no kofa akunya na ye de ba no before e bedru yen krom no distance me mu wakakra ade bia busia to domiabra o de so nim kwan so ena konfo ba bi ba ifio which we know ni ba bia obi am friend no ena on bisa no say na ba jo na wo hweman o so okrura se oba okrura se oba ntimi metwen no they were shocked because why ni okrura na oba o say
akunya na oba
akunya na ebe fie no kunya no ene na kasa se oba fie nti o mehia no ekwan so and so before I do no me knew that me hu that and because of we had suffer di ntimi sa no me ani nya ho ye de akunya no ba fie ho kim ye wura him fie na kwakwachia ene apolice for na wo nya na obegina manim sei obedi manim sa tam ne ye si akunya no obedi manim ti ye che nyina wo na di manim chia me tena se na otena obuka na na obetena manim sei I'm telling you a life you can say story there some see afi chama empenifo okuru story so mba ba chiacha ene empen ma ne empenifo okuru mu bi ani agise akunya na ba fie ne we chia o se chia no edu obi so se man chia no wo yiri pa na se firo we ba o se chia no edu we so se man chia no wo yi we se firo do o se chia no se man chia no then I was asking myself but what is happening the honor na bi ka chem say akunya no ese ka wona obedi akunya no what enema say so akunya ye hu no fie ba ya because na de na akunya nyina ya kanina and wani because the one no me hu da nti the one na ye ka akunya ye kwakofa ba no me say ekofa akunya ya sen like so na two from trans akunya on tresu bi na kofa sa ya ntisa nti ye kunya na wo ye nkuru ahodo so most especially nananom ati akonya tuntum so nom sa na yino se cha mai kai amada braka wo man jeni maba wa yokuru mu o me fa nidie ma ya hemfo pa because enye bibi kwa me ka akonya mu se de etie wo ya santima mu ne de ya akonya ba a kire wo amamre ne amane kwa so komna yembe show.
Okay, so you maybe some other time, but press statement for immediate release 19 June 2024. NDC appoints national campaign team for 2024 general elections. After extensive consultations and deliberations, the Functional Executive Committee of the NDC, at its meeting held on Tuesday, 18th June 2024, constituted the national campaign team that will prosecute the party's 2024 presidential and parliamentary campaigns. The national campaign team comprises Fifi Fiave Kwete, General Secretary, Campaign Coordinator, Dr. Joseph Yamin, National Organizer, Deputy Campaign Coordinator in charge of regional campaigns, Richard Kwashiga, Deputy Campaign Coordinator in charge of parliamentary campaigns, Chief Hamilton Nixon Baini, Deputy Campaign Coordinator in charge of special operations, Sami Jemfi, National Communications Officer, George Opariado, National Youth Organizer, Dr. Hannah Louisa Bisi Kote, National Women's Organizer, Alhaji Cole Younger, National Zongo Caucus Coordinator, Professor Joshua Alabi, Head of Flag Bearers Campaign, Joyce Bawa Muktari, Spokesperson Flag Bearers Campaign, Beatrice Annan, Deputy Spokesperson Flag Bearers Campaign. So pay attention. Beatrice Annan, Deputy Spokesperson Flag Bearers Campaign, Alex Segbifia, Head of Running Mates Campaign, James Ejenim Boatin, Spokesperson Running Mates Campaign, Eric Ejay, Deputy Spokesperson Running Mates Campaign. Other members of the national campaign team are Richard Anamu, representative of the NDC's Professionals Forum, Shine Gave, representative of Cadres Front, Dr. Nashuru Ishaku, Obobia Dako Opoku, Mary Ewusi. And then it goes on, the national campaign team shall work under the guidance of Campaign Steering Committee that comprises Johnson Esiedun Ketia, Chairman, Fifi Fiave Kwete, Dr. Ato Forsen, Right Honorable Do Ajaho, Alhaji Hudu Yaya, Kofi Totobi Kwache, Samuel Ofosu Ampofo, Dr. Kwabena Dufo, Betty Mold Idrusu, Julius Debra, Marietta Brew, Dr. Valerie Sawyer, Sam P. Yale, Alhaji Al-Hassan Ligmi. The National Campaign Team and Steering Committee shall all work under the leadership of the flag bearer of the party, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, and report to the functional and national executive committees of the party in their discharge of duties. Is signed Fifi Fiave Kwete, General Secretary, and the Sasha Secretary.
Campaign manager.
Campaign manager. In fact, almost strategy, I don't see that. I say, I'm not seeing. Or say,
whoever is coordinating.
Fifi is the campaign coordinator.
Whoever is coordinating.
Fifi is the campaign coordinator. So, in effect, he's managing the campaign.
Yes. But anyway, Alabi.
Joshua Alabi for the flag bearers office. Professor Joshua Alabi is head of flag bearers campaign. Head of flag bearers campaign. That is Udi Jonechi. And a few coordinating
party.
Joshua Alabi. Okay. Professor.
Media several encounter. Time I know UPS. I know him very well. When I greater Accra Regional Minister.
Professor Joshua.
Oh, very greater Accra Regional Minister. That time now, oh yeah, I flag bearership. No problem.
What's the meaning of that?
What is the meaning of that?
I just don't understand why you say
What's the meaning of that?
What is the meaning of that?
I just don't understand.
No, but what do you mean by that?
The meaning. Oh, now who is the NDC candidate? The world doesn't trust.
So why are you worried then?
So can you show that? Can people forget?
Introduce you. That you are talking. He introduce you.
Sana didn't program or you. No, why
introduce you. No, the seat in the oil guaranteed.
Why they catch you?
No.
They just want to program.
Now say the candidate you had a problem with NDC's flag.
And now, a serious matter. NDC by this time come another Congress. The NDC party itself is more popular than the candidate. Now, Banus one year kotomano. So into the American is the system does not trust NDC candidate. That's according to Chairman Kojubwa. Yes,
sir. In 2012, Ora Mahama was popular than the NDC. In 2012,
come on,
Ocean a campaign and now all year. Now be for your TJMK. This time round, I mean, truth to be told, Obi was all kind of credit. Being a NDC, be on cancer. But media, maybe Jim the Amy who say NDC party no, and then a more pager, a change John Mohammed or a former president, and why or last election.
What did you weigh? The victory of John Mahama
and the Papa
is coming again.
And you know the but you see,
2012 their neighbor.
But we didn't be here. But it was a so called to buy them was Mati. And to
Fuma
was was it quite to buy them was and to buy the coffee. And the songs are good, and in fact, all come political parties here, and young party, and this is here. I mean, you can't manage them. And so you say me who am to be born about 10 times because and you know me dankasa. But beyond and you know, because you see in 2008, NPP campaign was music.
Oh, number one,
all about music. Beaches, and Gusiaga. On the sea, so Gusi baby, and the Mills came in. Now, Ghana, Yabatono, I say Christmas. So, you don't need to be told. The Ohu Montenso, the Goforton Tom Mutiso, as you say, Montiso, Tonton, traffic, clearly shows that we be hearing ever, especially in traffic. And so they are that
don't be handled to
what's happening? ABA gave me a professor a smart sapon. Research now, you know.
Okay, here are sapon you.
Professor Sapon, I mean,
some was sapon in you.
Wow,
look, I feel not draw my attention.
You gave me a professor Sapon, research now here. Fund is not buying. Make a policy as they say, and a political mom for near grow. Even though be any hope, say Odin Kugu, open Kugu some atom, until you can be say and Koya, na they are before than ever. But I will tell them, say, I won't cut nothing in the power because what he said is true. That's what I'm going to ever born.
Vondee,
Minya,
Akwaba,
Medasi. They said the one of my
yeah, Chifu Timoko, Oko Parliamentary. Oh, what I did, Moye.
Oh, sir, as usual,
much as
proceedings.
But said, no, I'm took the demo to Nelly Pamba.
Especially, and they say, yes, you know, now those who have business rather to do in Parliament, you know, they are about 6.
6?
Yes. And those of us who feel that we've come to help them, we are rather many. In as much as both sides, you know, and you're encouraging, let me be sincere with you. But I thought that those who have business, government business to prosecute.
That's the NPP.
Absolutely. I mean, Honorable picked it up with them. That, I mean, they have business to transact. They leave the Parliament and go and be following the running mates around. These are his words. Say, Omuma Parliament. Na business, government business. Namudi run mate achieve koya campaign. If that's the case, Parliament campaign. Exactly, and that was exactly the words of the Honorable Taylor.
What was the response or reaction?
No, I mean, you know, it was not going to be palatable. I mean, but that's the reality.
So,
because
majority of the MPs, no, Eddie, Dr. Baumiechi.
I mean, that is what we observed because they are not in Parliament. So where are they? I mean, where are they? You know, I mean, yes, 30 and Nipa one more side, not 6 in net. I know don't precrana a leader of it. And so it's worrying. I mean, the observation is not good at all for this country. It's worrying, to be sincere with you. Maybe they feel that we should all go and do campaign.
I was trying to check the trend, but I'm saying we know. The dynamics of this election is different from all other elections. You know? We know the members of parliament role or move because the NPP will lose more members of parliament in terms of missing out in parliament. Reasonable percentage, Dr. Mahmoud Baumiechi.
And the vice president, MPP flag bearer, go more fete. MPs are in an edinage. I say, I'm giving you that. Me say, MPs are. Oh no, what can I say? So did you ask your colleagues where they are? Somebody just get out. Tell I've been meaning about program, and then he went to Parliament. Can you just say, ABI, some of the members are still in their constituencies? No, he's making a statement. I'm not dispute say Omu Parliament. And you know but to make an allegation, so one of his members get up and say, "One member transact to business." Vice President, which is lie. Because
that he didn't say what I'm saying.
No. What I'm saying is,
where are they?
So don't go and ask them. You know, not the Parliament.
So where
go and ask them. Ask the speaker. No, wait. Let the speaker ask their members where are they. Don't come and ask on mine.
No, but the truth is that on Parliament.
I'm telling you,
I haven't challenged. Said their access. No. You are he is making allegation to the vice president, which is not true. That is why I don't accept.
Can I say what I said?
You get my point. My point is that the members of Parliament can be absent.
Me say, and not pay. You know, tear me. Yes,
also remember.
Listen. Yes, starting. Their side was 6. And we have quite a number of people on our side. But hold on. But it is still not encouraging from both sides. And Namsumpo my member Bako. Sorry, Bisa say.
Hey, allegation.
Hold on. Sorry, Bisa say. Could it be so Munadi Dr. Mahmoud Baumiechi and no man? Why are you worried?
No.
You are not in Parliament.
But the way you make it, the way you sound it, I think that is where
somebody has suggested a possibility of where they are. You have not suggested anything.
No. What are they?
The evidence. The evidence fighting.
But the evidence is that the vice president sitting there, vice president Okoye in the itinerary or Koni program. There is no member of
Parliament. And you are summoned by the Speaker of Parliament to come and do business. The government side of the house, you are advocating say more. Don't we have constituencies to be as well?
Why are you
so you can't say they are in their constituencies? We are supposed to be in Parliament to prosecute the agenda of the government.
Never say that they are following the vice president.
Because
you can never say
where are they?
Because vice president
No, you see, but honorable. You see the thing say whether or not they are following the vice president or not,
they should be there.
They should be in Parliament.
Absolutely.
And you know, last speaker can say it is worrying that when the majority side are not in Parliament and making it so difficult
because you have business to prosecute.
Yes. So I think that the honorable king and your bonnet council, whether or not they are following the vice president or not, I think say baby we should tell them that
they have to be there. Parliament. That one I'm not telling you.
The what system no ain't been because whip na kasa or no also the baby on share.
No, say no say you nuanom omo majority anko minority forces to say okay your days are you are to force in the court immediately.
Then I'm sure the court
and yes here and government business
na to see
you know I think that where the new can say I do over it you know parliamentary be be on parliament and anything more my
both sides mean the cold water no wabre
so and the month man here parliament
of course I mean business went on. There were statements that were made and there were other few businesses that were brought to the floor and we looked at it. We worked. I mean, why not? We worked properly. But of course it was going to be better
to have
because government representatives our more government side and the NPP members of Parliament, they are supposed to bring business from the executive. So we do that business for the governance of this country to progress. And it's almost look, we could have called for quorum because then we didn't even form a quorum to be able to do any serious business. If there are bills to consider, if there are those, we couldn't have done it. All the here. So it is always important, say, Parliament, at least half of them So that, of course, you can't be in parliament every day, but it's not up to extent, say, 137, no? Now we're past 6 for parliament. You can't justify that anywhere. You can't.
I see.
You can't.
Now, more campaign team number 2, you're okay.
Mamincha wani ajibra eti chema hakima de watch for etimokwa and Madam Confidence. Mamincha His Excellency John Dramani Mahama and me Professor Nana Jen Opoku Ajiman. Oya running mate Nyamia Dum Jomama be president. There's nothing anybody can do about it. His Excellency John Dramani Mahama be president. Jane Abeba Abba be vice president. Na team na year. You see, even if you take NDC branch chairman for Enkwa the Gumse Omuya National campaign team Kranwa, the agenda will perfectly be prosecuted. But you see, that crop of people here you almost campaign coordinators, campaign managers, campaign supervisors, and so forth and so on. Look, I have looked at the name properly, and it's absolutely perfect for the agenda ahead. For BTS Fifi, I mean, he's been everywhere. He's the general secretary of the party now. So it's a Nipa Wenya coordinator of the campaign. It is just perfect and right. I mean, for BTS Joshua Alabi, meanwhile, I can say this is a man who is so intelligent, a professor who is so intelligent, down to earth. Say on His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, not on man and Ninechi. Okay, I think that is perfect. Look, there is nobody in the campaign team. I can say he's not experienced, he's not able to do his work or her work and all that. So for me, it is absolutely perfect. And kudos to our party leadership. Minewaka say ye flag bearer no and chair and ye vice presidential candidate, very excellent woman. You can't have anything negative about her, you know, unless you want to be, you know. But she's absolutely correct for the job. Ye no Minewaka say no campaign team ye and ye dia today and chair your manifesto ebepue. Okay, unfortunately, and it's very worrying. You see, because we are Ghanaians, everybody obeka say it's not like that. Unfortunately, even the ruling party couldn't select a running mate. Well, I mean, that is their own business. It's not my business.
But there's a report, and be an national security report.
Saying,
I zoom on somebody who is likely to win to partner Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia.
There's a report like that.
There's a report.
And have you see there is an information Sunday 10 p.m. anado. Nipa no anko de neba no ana omo sesa no. Sunday 10 p.m. Oh my God, you mentioned the name, right?
Yeah.
Well, we all heard it.
Or a probable running.
Absolutely. Absolutely. But you see, the only problem, Kennedy is one man, may respecting him so much because of his business ideas and how successful he is in his own personal life. Number 2, how successful he is in his political life. My only worry is that, you see, you can't eat, vomit it, and go back for that same vomit. That's my only worry. This is a man who believes that Bawumia is a total failure. Who believes that Bawumia is absolutely a failure. And then this same person would come and partner Bawumia si Yankonkoya campaign. Adema Sam no Obeka. What belief does he have on Bawumia?
It's not been established. That's what you
So that I'm saying that we are speculating that if that is the truth. And then number 2, if it is the truth, I will advise Miami Bra Penny Akumpre Kwa Japan. Look, you have a brighter future than following Bawumia. I tell you the truth. Say me or no. If you offer me that opportunity, I'll decline. Because you see, the possible presidential candidate 2020 for MPP, 2028 for MPP should be Acheampong. And then if you come and follow somebody, you yourself say, or no, I mean, in some work, I will be massive here. Na so ba ko di na chia, you kill your ambitions totally. Say me you know. Well, I hope it is not true. These are all speculations. Say me you know and can me I will save the little dignity left for me. I won't go there. But what can I say? They should bring it on. I just want to thank the party leadership of NDC. Say it to me a team, I just solid.
There are some reservations. Are you hiring a Idris?
Oh, so we share team Nimua, eh? A sitting MP apart from the leader of the minority.
Problem.
Hold on. Any problem the MP? You see, the elections must be won at the polling stations and at the constituencies. So all the MPs are already campaign directors and managers at the constituencies. So we must go and deliver the seats. So as we divided attention. And let's say me and Mekasa say, can you imagine if I'm supposed to be speaking for the party, what you say nationally? Na jo mama north, na mako full platform, na me judge for timo kwa ho. Meba no na nkrofo ya say me chipoto pasa. Wini mu omo propaganda jare wo mu. Oh. Ebia we na nka ho. Ba wo mu aka ni nyina de. Me pe bi won ho ntram kan sa.
But you are satisfied?
No, so seriously we are satisfied with the team. A very excellent strategy say yemfa MP bianka ho. So that we'll go and work at the constituency and deliver the constituency. You see, John Mahama can be president and he will be president. But if he's president and we don't have majority in parliament, it would be better if he is not. And as I say, MPP for a strategy back what I'm taking is say, woman who say Mahamudu Bawumia vice president, I'm telling you, and I'll tell you something that is shocking right now. I'll tell you. And then we more concentrate on constituencies. Now we want to mean MPs do do. So see a jawa moi on say yechi. I'll tell you what. In my constituency, Atimokwa. Abrantiana MPP for the na base be contestimino. Winim surprisingly, so ko communities are ofi say a NDC strongholder. Was you mudi abano mudi mupa muntu majo mama na muwi amuntu mame. No, I'm telling you what is it now. Muslim fui call omo no. Nani national coordinator kane ho.
Idiolada no.
Ai national coordinator omo national coordinator yan kazongo kokos. Omo national coordinator constituency kane ho. Omo kwa yo that statement wo ho no. Ana boy na resign here. He asked him there. And then now yes, I any baumia na eko. And I was sorry now your campaign by NDC. And why the boy no or resign. So as I speak to you now, I resign. The point I'm making is that majority of them knows that
NDC MPP as known as coordinator.
No, as I speak to you now, no. I'm telling you the truth. Me, I won't lie for any reason. Look, woman him say MFA. So they are concentrating on the constituencies. Say they be anyame adum no so anyame apatano munya ebia number kakra bi free wa. You know, so because they know Bawumia there enye ye MFA.
No one be.
Oh, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama will win this election. Today I'll prophesy to you and you write it somewhere. I'll give you the figure John Mahama will get in this election. I'll tell you. Yes, I'll tell you. And the percentage, I'll tell you.
Tell us.
The figure.
Yes. Write it down.
I'm going to write
John Dramani Mahama will not get anything less than 57% of the vote. Hey. Write it anywhere. And mention my name anywhere. And I am ready to behold for that. I am telling you, I speak as a member of parliament for the Chufuatimoka constituency. I am an elder of the Church of Pentecost, and I am a man who is a successful businessman. Look, I say, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama will not get anything less than 57 of the vote in 2024 December 7 election. It won't go less than 57.
When you maybe I can say
Asampa Ekosiisen 94.7. It is the largest account listening radio in Ghana today, and I know.
And your mama is getting.
He's getting no less than 57%.
Wow.
Look, listen.
Wow.
What I am telling you is the perfect truth. Nothing.
So what you
but
make you believe
the
that?
Truth.
What you make you believe that John will?
I am praying that Bawumia will get at least 39% of the vote. I am just praying. Do you know why? He will go a little up if Chada did not find himself on the ballot. If Alan Kojochiramantin did not find himself on the ballot. So woman to me I'm full ballot in dia. But we may get something a little more than 39%. Right. But so he will not. He will not.
In fact, minim near a casacheno. Any Huma or the Ekasa. The Moya Pentecost idiot, Megidi say, watching Yamia Saluni Yame Assembly Pa. I did about this if I am, who say, smart move, Cobra. Or campaign team, no. Any paying you was in a super. But apart from that, no. Among parliamentary beer mamma, it means that they mean business. So, Okano. Obia nkonkoye campaign manager or constituency. Na your campaign na win your constituency because most of the MPB are popular in their constituencies than even their flag bearer. So I'm going to say BB kakra den ewo. But to say on this platform with that boldness say you ra John Mahama benya 57%. I think you ra Rollins Crown 92. Crown you saw 57%. I'm not sure. Go for it at the records number.
I think he got 56.
Yes. I don't think he even got 57%.
He got 56.
President Kufuor even ran off brought him 57%. And from that time I'll be seeing there. I'm very surprised, but let me kind of say the who need a necessary. Of course, you know, so many ponti. Ebia Yamina na kasa. Na minimum baby Yamina na kasa. I need the work. Ebisukrana the ACC dynamics are ACC in all different. But as a Christian, the American channel say, I thought that you the nipa share na Yameshe. Onyankopon ahini a wosino. Ohia kumomu. Ene DC ahini. Ahini frisuru ne bae. Nti yes, when you're 57%, well, he wants to win. And I'm what. Mkunim no person nti so when you're 57% wadin kunim, when you're 51% wadin kunim, but this boldness there main challenge meaning baba yamiti party I doubt say even if Omampeni John Dramani Mahama be win cry or which when you're 57%, I actually doubt that or winning poor sesani ya make sure or which when you're 57%. 57% there meaning wako cheaper, but cobra our campaign team did here. In fact, I mean, my and this is smart. On the campaign team, the one here now, all the parliamentarians in channel. A signal be my union MPP for say they mean business. And the mobile for Muniagro. Bible said you ain't so general honor. On Shani Yen, I think. On Fiasse. The original it me Fiasse money, and that's the older former as well. You're very careful. That's opposition party, a person Babamo. Nah, 57% here. Yeah, we leave it to God. Nah, it's right, check, Cobra. I just have to be here.
Sakra, and doing Siampo.
Nah, the Babanya day.
Send 15, and editor.
57.40.
Oh my God.
Okay.
Oh, what a confirmation.
Okay.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
That was 96.
Oh my God.
I was actually the repeat of President Kufuor and
57.40.
President Mahama.
Check 92 first.
No, because me person free to
Yes. The you do na kasa. Now the kind of boldness or the kasa
but John 57, is it possible?
It is absolutely more than possible.
It's not possible.
It is not possibility, it is the reality.
So that makes sense.
57.
I'm telling you, it is not even possibility, it's the reality.
As for winning election there.
God have mercy.
So our master will be losing election, and I'm as for winning there, our master will be losing election, or master will winning election. And yes, Obetima winning election. Now Obetima winning election at this time I win here. In fact, 57%. Hey, no, like I said, MPP, the party said go away because, Cobra, in spite of the Ekosiisen, sir, about a Numa both government about the equity ayajuma. Now, oko round the insano juma abayin swaye.
We
Yeah.
Bubo bidin ame.
Oh, honorable.
Bubo bidin street proof.
Yeah.
Ebia obetimi abo, ebia KJT market John Mahama, ebia interchange wasisi ni adi. Bubo bidin ame. Mami ye den do nipa ne kasa won kan yi. Bubo bidin.
So for team akwa na ebe. Elmina akwa ha wo be fishing abo.
Bezenkufo, Bezakufo ado. And shares fishing harbor ase. And we see here Elmina, right?
Governance na there.
Oh my God!
Be much governance there.
Me say, what say why you into the why and to say and funny say the John Mama started KJT market. We ye the Foko Goom was started Cape Coast. Every year did the Foko Goom was started with oh yeah.
So 2016.
Into Candia why
7.2 for Akufo-Addo, 44.53.
And you can 1 million votes.
Yeah. No, Chairman. There's nothing like chair. What in the chance can baby or tell there? It seems impossible, but only the original story.
No, of course. So we can't tell. I'm not here to defend the government. The why they say you
baby we social commentator na na we can kosin dum microphone na yagumu bank no ho
you control him
control him na we kwana about red tie because they can nya hwekura nka nika to so about red tie no why shit you can trust your money with you we can trust you yes sir
chama ojiboti wa
on say Vondee ade na work
yeah
meaning reality is what they can do.
Yeah.
But I think that on checking the percentage, to be fair, so maybe you believe that your candidate is winning.
No, yeah, but not at that level. But 57%. It's not going to be possible.
Why do you doubt?
See, I'm saying. The Americans say, "Men doubt so will be winning. Obama winning election. If you Omeka so winning election, that's what I'm saying.
There's no doubt about it
because three horse race or 4 horse race. Any one of them be winning.
Correct.
It is a Okasep or your mama be winning. Many election because any on bass on be winning.
But you have a challenge with the.
But I'm challenged with the 57%. Now all I go for the call winning margin of 1 million vote. One time hitting 55% crowd. One team. And there's no way I'll bet my catch him say Mahama bet me winning over 2 million votes.
Osusu so ebi ani pa do na no omakoma bubu. Osusu ani pa do na so say Nana do administration amohomo.
Nana me say to aba
oh my God.
I'll be NPP for no gidi so omo nko to aba this time.
Ka 2008 NPP ka lose election. I'm telling you, NPP lose 2008 election. And elections are akwaba come say you why we need election there obi akọ election we need there what about to us in fact me could be minim say the dynamics right here nti why MP here I respect him any views nti am be say me never banter be go akọ election that but he knows so onokra as an MP to him ultimately in case of 57% on the constituency he cannot
you don't know Vondee
ultimately in case of 57% so what you say nti you said the dynamics is here or about two. If they say they are going to win, one man can win the crown and Kabema. No, come in the first place. Send this young person win 2024 general elections. None come back then. And to also win the 2024 general elections. Many Tokobi and Assembliaka, but at Abraka, meaning Pentecost.
Okay, so Chairman,
57%
to what? Them life
and Komai, me mano, and but the woman say, what topic now the mind, or the NDC at the account, your mom trinkwa, say, Omotimi Atanasi. Say if I ride on Mahama, and no will be vice president. And then almost medium campaign team at Tuja, and your bonnet. And once you tina, Omaja Tom, who said, Agra the OBDB. Inti Yenina and Emily Besson said, Equina, I grown on your frasian, and I'm a boy, Timinana, your dear frasian. By the whole same Kakri woman is a media. Benya show mun cry. Benya can be vision at Rome. Me say NDC political party today. and me started cancer asem we enye ne Ghana for aba ye kwakoto in the December 7th between the two candidates Owura John Mahama and Owura Bawumia. Only two issues. Who can you trust? And who do you think say Ode Owura and Wakuma Sheni Mua Ghana Kanko Ebeyi Obaako ye distia sheni sapo de akodichi. O se car na ye de man no. That time na nisu biri no. Say akoya ni blood test me hu de woni mogya mu. See akoya ni blood test me hu de woni mogya mu. Wako asamba. Wasi emphasize to me in sanction in Sebim. Let's interrogate the entire Ghana for rejecting. And very well, Ghana for yen sam koyechi. Sabi omahini, senka wa utuwe, and ka oye the candidate for that opposition. And now someone be kanyina me know what dear beef crack be ankamejuedi. Because one undia kunyada. Entino Odia say undia kunyada. I will trust and have the hope in your message. But here is a case. Obia or no, yadia kunya senensa. No wa catch him please say, listen. Akunya no enya kunya me gidi se me transfer me hu ade. Na bia nyama na me ye nyina so no kra no. Se enkoye na mutumi fo amente. Otia say, me nyini se Ghana fo be boss amusuo. And clearly Ghanaians, they give me one reason. Mami Bako.
Vondee should rather
say Obekache and say
how I wish you
say Sabi Ohina Yotumo. And now you buy ni di ahim for some. Akonya ni bibi da ho. Enya konya keto akeke. Enu tina ya buy ya di afuna. E show sa. Anasa ye beka cho say kantam ni ama Bible. Anasa ni ama Korean. Me akacho se kantam eche Ghana for. Na me bisa o say, ufra himfie. Sa akofra na muso ma mudu sha kire oman no. Kire me ohene ba ko ayetu nu asan kofa na bada. Eni se aka say muso na America na nye se it's against our culture. And for me, the reason cry be my Ghana for say, how can you trust Owura Mahama? How can you trust him? He disappointed us.
See, the NPP made it to
at the end of the day. This is a man. What to anamo ama the whole world. Okachem se me she said the antikra ewiasikra nyininia. I can tell you for the fact. So the scandals upon scandals. Jesus. The king of corruption. I can name them. And he was leading. And yes, Otiechiri. Otimubi. Ene wako wadani neni ose oba yemeto aba mano. And he hasn't given us one program which can give us a hope. What I say? And I am to meet asempa.
Na oka to ma
one. Me invite you sorry kwa do so what you waka say.
Maybe you will few. Even beyond and besides the 24-hour. You've heard of the electronic motorbikes. You've heard of that. You've heard of the driver's pension scheme.
Electronic motorbike.
Just to no, purposely for Okada regulation.
Oh, you see. Oh my. And some say we are uchichi biaba.
Debbie,
you want to
if you say be fair to the person. If you say that,
I be fair to him.
If you say obi panu fa bibia,
no, because it's you try to say
manifesto na.
But of course. Money na clash on so many policies.
Oh yes, I now say me presentation.
Yes,
I now say me presentation because you see, there be a free ban. Papa na Diakonya, the most experienced politician in this country. Where Diakonya ya man 8 years solid on got tenafi or nyeshi. And then the party I a big mistake I could find so medical.
According to Chairman Kujubwa.
Yes, big mistake. And this for believers and many of them Omahine Senya Hana Menoti. Ombekacho, the whole world Bekacho and this mistake of me and so far at the Owura Mahama by. And can this election NPP must forget it. What I say? big mistake. 8 years. Bibia Okabiano or Nwangasa himself, he doesn't have a hope with it. Why? Because he has opportunity to practice it. He has opportunity to execute it. He can never compete.
He's learned his lessons.
Oh, me say, can hini awakacho say me, bidi kuma wu hini aye to me, makola name is lesson to me buy and sa kunya me transfer me nyesa bi, kebi kaba kuno mti. NC. You see, the element test any say, oh, 2 candidates. Me say Chada Kura and say NPP say or no ma the percentage wa. Now the percentage no mine. Nanka me catch so mine bisa so the MP no beto so ana. So be we na so on kan say no ho say. So Owura John Mahama enya 57%. Na me kura Vondee. Me wini atimo kwa. Na so we enya 57% am resign. Or your bema on kan ofia na yen sorry nko. So short numbers as no tip politics as here. Me say MPP decided so mun run election no kra na. Omun run election no. Yen could be say the year 92. 57 no kra onya. Owura John Mahama me say MPP anko election no kra na. It will be very hard so bet me across over 47. Okay, say it no the year can say. Yeah the asema to Ghana for. We have a candidate Sebi oni akunyani bida or your candidate Ghana fo nyina ewo gidie se na ho brase ni humility obeyo setie ama Ghana man Ghana ne nyina ne ye be chichiri o ye chichi from where the institutions are ye betu ho anamon obi abeye na from there rather than say some people are so desperate say they will do everything to win power.
Chama kojo but I'm making cancel a text message about if you am back immediately come on. Also be electronic okada. No, regulating the front. Please, sometimes I'm about it. Regulating the front and in saving and bibiano fuel consumption was these electronic motorbikes now is one of the means that all consider.
And you're better free in China.
Are you not happy so about Sambo?
No, Mr. Better free.
Why are you doing this?
No, it's a electronic motorbike. If I'm trying to operate, how many of them? Which country? Oh my, who them so your research bar?
My making kind of
You say you're be different thing but not go through on Facebook.
You can't say that. Is that what Baumia is practicing?
No. He's practicing what? Tell me, give me one state. Bekacha say electronic motorbike can go abi a 1 hour crack. And I say just go who can afford those. In the
good evening to all your panel members. This is Mr. Osei from Tanko. I am going to vote for the first time in my life as Jehovah's Witness, and that vote goes to Reverend Charles Osu.
Thank you.
I love him so much. God continue to bless him.
Who is Reverend Charles Osu?
He's our next MP. Nana Amponsa say, I think the Honorable Vondee should visit Joseph Yamin for advice. 2016, we all had the bet he had with you. 2016, Yamin had a bet with me. No, I mean, compare food, we have farmer to pick up. Yeah, Nana Amponsa Bidiako comes again saying, kindly ask Honorable Vondee, is he aware that Dr. Dufo also told the NDC delegates to avoid door-to-door as flag bearer? Yet today,
the campaign manager.
Yet today, he's not part of the Mahama campaign. So, what Kennedy Japan said is no news. Nana Amponsa Bidiakone Dewi. Lam Tekin Rashid said, on record, please save my message and tell Vondee that Dr. Muhammad Baumia is winning with percentage of 51.85%. And the NDC will never understand the election results. Lam Tekin Rashid, Gulf City. And Jim Yeusu Kwat is how please tell chairman that his analogy is not always like that. It happened in Offenso. Chief was reinstalled. Okay, so he brings the issue about also intimate what the amount say it is
offense on Hinibea.
Okay, Mesa back on that question. Back on that question.
When an accounting ebedi akunya chepa.
Dr. Kabila, please ask your NDC panelists, Vondee, in the studio to prove this first. No, the Obokata National Forum or the Tifia, lest we forget. EC declares presidential and parliamentary elections amidst NDC false claim. And the false claim presidential, Nana Akufo-Addo 47.75%, and John Dramani 50.15%. In 2020, they said they had won the elections by the above figures, and yet they went to court and said they had no figures. Where did the data come from to make up the percentage stated at the headquarters press conference? So that's the Dr. Kabila. Debbie, what's propaganda?
You see,
propaganda.
Thank you very much. Just 1 minute. Just 1 minute.
And your claim was that you won the election.
Just 1 minute.
Yeah.
We went to court. You see, you can go to court on 2 legs in these elections. We went to court to challenge the constitutionality of the declaration process. We didn't go to court to challenge the figures that were declared. We challenged the constitution so that we want J. Mensa to come and answer for her stewardship. And then she decided to run away. Everybody get up and say figure. We didn't go saying that your figure and my figure is so and so. We went to challenge the constitutionality of the declaration process.
Honorable.
Oh.
I didn't win elections.
No.
That is a different matter.
That's
a different matter.
I didn't win elections. Figures. Figures and win elections.
We didn't go to court to challenge the figures. So everybody know 1 plus 1 is equal to 2. Everybody know 1 plus 1 is equal to 2. And we knew at the time that Nana Danko Akufo-Addo didn't get 50 plus 1%. We knew, but we decided to go to court on the leg of challenging the constitutionality of the declaration process. Then everybody goes round and say figures. We didn't go to court to say we're going to look at figures.
True. Yeah, you have 2 different Supreme Court cases FI elections on. But
we could have gone to court on the legs of challenging the figures. We didn't do that.
In 2013, MPP challenged the figures by proving pink sheet by case by pink sheet.
And that is the method they choose. And they chose that, and we didn't fight them. Yes. Look at our reliefs that we sent to court are there. Google it. Look at it. Read it out. Just read it out.
Honorable.
Yes, Reverend. Reverend won't you come here. And that is
why I said, minimum said you would say, near what here. Intimate challenge.
And you're too clear.
And I said it.
It is crystal.
And he said, Unyamen and out here, intimate challenge. And that I'm saying that minim be what say they work. I would say, I want in a candy.
The chairman because lunch.
Intimate challenge. But me, not from the so catch him say, Unyamia, who say, who so Ura Mahama be winning election. Main challenge. But figures and I say, a more dream kakra. But you see, 2 things. Supreme Court case. Yamen Charlie, I did be a young who be done. And I say, we am Phantom Opera. We've seen 2013 election petition. Yeah, about 8 months of the case. I course. You figures upon figures are and whom change but it wasn't figures like it was on the pink sheet. Okay, so over voting now pink sheet so. But and some of kind of bonting, you know, court. We go to court because you be some figures. So why did you even go there in the first place?
You don't understand what I'm saying.
And the constitution wants one.
We don't understand. But do you decide what we should go and say?
Why are the two? You
don't decide what we should go and say in court. We want to court and say, J. Mensa, you didn't declare the results according to the constitution. Come and answer. Okay, sorry, I know about figure. Pinch it. Who shall release him? Say
national chairman. National chairman.
It is his own matter. It is not my matter.
So you lied about.
I am talking about what we took to court.
What you took to what court?
That's what we took to court. You see, I'm not the type that talks about judges and so forth and so on. But you see, I believe that with the greatest of respect, allowing J. Mensa not to come and account for her stewardship was really a very terrible mistake we made in this country. According to this country, it is a because the precedent is that you can decide to run away from your stewardship. And it is really horrible. I tell you the truth. This country, it is not good for us. Afarijan was willing and eager, running to go and answer questions. Jemesa was running away.
Honorable.
I mean, everybody says something right.
Who said that Ghana and chess?
Honorable.
Ghana,
Who said that Ghana and chess?
Honorable, the same quarter, a declare Ura John Dramani Mahama at the Supreme Court said only we need 2012 elections.
Oh, the
same court, Supreme Court, and declared another Danko at the Supreme Court that he is a winner of the 2020.
I agree with you.
Case closed.
I agree with you.
See, look,
I agree with you. And you see, you can disagree with the court's verdict, but you must obey the court verdict.
Of course.
So nobody is saying we will not obey. And that is why President Akufo-Addo is president today. Point I'm making to you, without doubt, and that's the fact, is that we challenged the constitutionality of the declaration process.
Are you aware?
Ghana declaration
the grounds for their petition.
Are you aware?
Hold on. Listen. And I want Ghanaians to listen.
That
a week.
The purported declaration made on 9th December 2020 by Mrs. Jane Adukwe Mensah, chairperson of First Respondent, and the returning officer for the presidential election held on 7th December 2020 violated Article 633 of the 1992 Constitution and is therefore unconstitutional, null and void, and of no effect whatsoever. That in making the said declaration, Mrs. Jane Adukwe Mensah, chairperson of First Respondent and the returning officer for the presidential election, violated the constitutional duty imposed on her by Article 23 and 269A of the 1992 Constitution to be fair, candid, and reasonable. C. That the said declaration was made arbitrarily, capriciously, and with bias in favor of second respondent, contrary to Article 296B of the 1992 Constitution. That the said declaration was made without regard to due process of law, as required under Article 23 and 296B of the 1992 Constitution. Therefore, your petitioner prays for the Supreme Court for the following reliefs. A declaration that Mrs. Jane Adukwe Mensah, chairperson, respondent, and returning officer for the presidential election held on December 7, 2020 was in breach of Article 63, and then a declaration that, based on the data contained in the declaration made by Mrs. Jane Adukwe Mensah, chairperson of First Respondent, and the returning officer for the presidential election held on 7th December 2020, no candidate satisfied the requirement of Article 63.3 of the 1982 Constitution to be declared president-elect.
Medasi.
What you guys want?
Medasi. So did we go challenging pink sheets? What did you see? What did you see? It's someone who about constitution.
A declaration that the purported declaration made on 9th December 2020 of the results of the presidential election by Mrs. Jane Adukwe Mensah,
absolutely,
chairperson of respondent and the returning officer for the presidential held on 7th December 2020 is unconstitutional, null and void, and no effect whatsoever.
Absolutely.
President-elect instrument. Okay.
No,
so let's see what the court says.
So the point I made, what they said, Reverend, as some make can say, you call court. Court now declare, said Nana Danko Akufo-Addo win election. We can disagree with the court, but we must obey. That's the Constitution. The yadi call court, no, yanko court anka say, na figure near 10, 7, 8. Yes, see, constitutional mandate. Responsibility, the man, J. Mensah, no, he breached the Constitution. Oh, Jesus. Listen, he breached the Constitution. So let J. Mensah come and tell why she did not breach the Constitution. You people show that hey, it is not good for this country.
This is the case.
Oh, okay, you can breach it. Article, you can breach it.
What kind of behavior is this? Member of Parliament, please. Yeah, we allowed you work and cut topic. We allowed you to scream around that. But the point is that article you're reading the what does that mean? I didn't declare. I didn't declare. We did the constitution. Constitution. Articles in I didn't declare. Catch it. I don't know declare. Or the bomb of Pedi and another bomb. I didn't know declare. I didn't know I don't know be declare. And also one for cause one declare number into your match. And then if I know didn't call no or say media ma comedy. It will number kwa udi a tia media declare no. Fabra ni who knows my bleaching constitution. Udi there na o kasa say there is a constitution it baby. And as some now yeah can let's declare it baby.
Anyway,
what is it?
That is your understanding. Let's move
on. So don't come and disturb anybody.
No problem. Let's move on.
And some now, no, but where sir, you are always making sir agency now when you flag bearer every day. It's about candidate. It's not a trustworthy. I want to go free buy. Constitution as a let's focus on the topic now. It's very, very important. What I say, and then and come about but me bonnet with nefra a demonstration a course so any near my transpire or court. Now my okay say 2 weeks ago Charles Becker yeah be sorry make far sir court asemiya ene attorney general asemi ebai and now now you were trying to shout me so chairman yes yeah trend the yawada now they said that was the next day that na court no betenasi ama nsema na epia bontin nyina na ebedi hu komo you see on my ayetimi ene anamo ayetu mesrepa tumi de obia epe tumi sabi ye fia ye tekra ye ma ya wo mo no so wo mienu miensa obia pe so size tumi e wo ho hawa o de betena fie ho no ba ye say de beji tumi na sabi ye ma omamufo no enya pepa ene no kreka enye abri nyina na sabi kontompo anamo ye betu because popularism ye de betu anamo e omamu ha emboye me sa Japan so whatever the case make a cry na menu because that you be sorry me bisa question be say enkoma ye di nyina ase ya so ni mfimfini na yam bisa say enkoma no cry ni mfiti ase efri hi chance we guys we kind I'm sorry ni mfiti ase efri hi why na ko frɛ hwan ya dia no be cry to me catch and say yen share wo nua ni fie na chance enkoma bi cry koso dida. And I'm happy today say because of political expediency Sam komo wenti ene ekuo bi agya umadwuma of parliament say ye nua bi kokota ye ba kota na chi ene komo aye di nyina no say ya ma institution na nye na dwuma e wo se de ese fata ni ya kekan ye mabom betena bontin e ma nipa ne hu se bibiasi agya package ye take mu almost about 3 weeks e wo krom ha every day joy hwe multimedia na hwe se bi etiene ne kese kan sentiment mu bom ka ha na anopa joy asempa hifa everywhere eti o man peka se ni dwumadi okomo nien ni akogina court ni ebisa obise na so man hene se me pa se me ni wudi nkomo na ye kan ye nyina conversation boom yes 60 times 70 times aye din komo 68 etumi ye obidia no bi catch us or respond um yenu no ba be gina be catch us ba bi ehia me no they relevant na me dey buy na say nipa we ye nya daje spend your time your resources am na gima mu di wa na a lot of resources so na ya tena se me ye din komo na sorry ko na choboy because obi are desperate for power into yen say abran bi ni control say ade na yen victimization yen probiasem ye pese ye ji obi tumi free ni sem na yen bisa me hu say san komo ya na ekoso nyina kra no the first accused person kra ekonu bisa mu say no attorney general of your nko hoda na se na danfo no na me de ni problem bia e bia na danfo no mo kwa ye the way to the case ato nchen edin komo your case wa bontia I do that your case of court that doesn't mean say sebi you to be trafie ada ahemfo ne anuan mo mfa ma sam court o mo ntifie ba ko nya na ma ko na wo but o mo kodi o masem o ma hini enti de make can say sebi mesre Ghana baby a yedu any baby a yekon opposition especially na sebi national chairman no anya daje na court asem criminal case no mo tunya be kebi ni ya kika bomu because if a minority who na say oma me so me kwan say me beka bia na me ga say o person issue public prosecution tin o bua pa na the minority ranking member of finance committee no case tin na bua pa de be minority leader said they did too abenya kwan akwa demonstration no I got to say I said that they did go to prison and I'm boa no was shield and I'm more to amfa emfa super ambrega and come on di bakire nyina na omo ba omo meka court ni ntie negotiations omo person we no settle case ni nyina omo bank omo nka enya public space na yedi yedede no emoye dey to so me no SNIIT asema aye ken omo hene hwe eye me ya pa se sebi especially let me start from the members of parliament which they have every oversight responsibility. Especially so what for BB to SSNIT. One history in the life of SNIIT. Say ya jiji sika omubi. O man hinu tu we yetua oka cause you chum take a crowd koto ho dachi or retirement. Hwe uba media space over 15 years, close to 20 years. Wa brabo nyina no wabo wa ha. Ya titi ska di koma SNIIT. One vehicle SNIIT aye juma wo mai mu ometuna ka say declare profit and profit enya yini. The oversight responsibility in parliament and to me transcend country and said listen sir agency we e bo o mai neka afi we ba accuse parliament o just say now because more say me accuse parliament and no more representing because the individual no oye juma or tin constituency na ukromo ya be si factory ya transfer na betna honum na oye juma na SNIIT etitino. So you as a member of parliament, you don't care how SNIIT is utilizing that contribution. Now can you say nye parliament asema nye parliament abaya bako every area SNIIT invest biano they go losses. Praise the Lord. What you say? They go losses. SNIIT tikroma some be bank crapping and ameboa me ka nyese kontompo na mitwa nyesa ene ensebe beto abontia me labadi beach kana minu say SNIIT dia I never na minu say SNIIT investment na so more running all this the reason why I'm to say na more say mujiri say ebia baby boomers that chinchirima no a omo beba no so more investors gano na ebia baby eda ye contribution na ye mana no ebia emri bedua one hamuntumi ntua contributors nika that is your mindset mamu this kind of investment na say Ghana as a corporate obi ani mbi akire and now you Courtroom popularism a member of parliament say oh yes hotel no obi koto me shebo say yenton ma adwapade that is not my call but say adwapade na esi hono no so o mindful so o mo bo hoka agency na o mu tu sa na mo no obi ankwese o mo integrity but wa wo di wa dia beto abontin a obi ese o participate bi no ono ho no wakoto wani akosi na say be bodan for that abontin o beto wa dia twira abontin o ko bi say hwan na de bai na say man say ade da ha metimi fama ne ye ya na o mbi so bia because ono ho abontin ho noti o tese Yembisa said, "Dear by agency, nitima almost or more tons and the committee of parliament and the rest could have questions. I didn't question. And now they are pricing the almost could be a kind of figures. Oh, yeah, BD 128. You have because sebi. School cry a tikroma young Kobe. Walk of pricing 128. Walk of public procurement. Obi had more than 15 companies bid. Obi anyone no more or go beyond 60 million. And now we figure now the mind when I blame you must as well can say my pull off. Me you because I worth 128 million. 160 million I mean become a baby. Obi an chichire SNIIT so omo koton ma dwapade. Obi an chichire won. Enti ya ma 60 million and so pull off. Yakobidi da next after the 60 million how many companies it be 21 cry and no cry you didn't say it's an insult to your process you hear so no companies are transi another make come say was na me give o just say na say Mike mu na make say o just say what we hear no process now omu year evaluations no the renowned companies KPMG PwC no money nyama nyina they could have said say maza your assets worth more than that into let's stop the process, let's go back and see how we'll be able to go back and reorganize ourselves again. I know there will be a new come up. Now the only person who will be dibinu. I feel 999 or a member of parliament. Constitution says na sabi we a member of parliament that we need. Who to so sit down. O just say. You see that the fact that no do another one answer. O just say. And I raise this question all the time. Me uncle back room in 1989. The first of Juma will be a paint shop. Everybody knows Sikelele. No more foreign paint. One of the best brand. No be our foreign paint a back room. No be to paint. Juma by 1992. Did the whole political party no. The NPP at party headquarters mom. They now bring to me now Minister of Rights and Housing. And what guys in the paint shop non to. What's the house on so we sit down. So we sit down. Now that we see no. To paint. To paint. And you so better paint the free. So to paint in free no. O be guys say conflict of interest in work with the minister in the paint shop non to. No jai abai o jai 4 years ni chom no ko tenefia. No as could be in the paint shop. Is that a logic? So sometimes you think kumobia o sha beka say me you be a free ba. What many cases granting crown? You see, they have come back and say, oh, I didn't crash the human crawl, the hotel now all around, or young losses. The losses needed, except sensitizations, on Tiasia. The loss any day. So, not baby or the dynasty. Not every day he's expanding. And the members of parliament at the time are not on the minister. Most sorry, I never the same hotel and I'm going to seminars. That's another conflict of interest. No, not to parliament. Why anybody couldn't raise that issue? Menu nana to hotel mukonso fanchemo. Budget na mu ye betu won mu kan for ata de bramono. E bi na mo de ko seminar or hotel honum. And the conflict of interest. So, Omayini, the American say, Yantra Chrome ha because of political expediency. Near my brand here, no Kujato, the Emma who met the crown say, walk round now, can conflict of interest. And some cry out the coach raj. Much in the way. So, for some repetition, president say, process no choma, or mine, community problem be out. The process should have gone through. And I said the petition must handle and properly attacking the agency. SNIIT for the normal year. I'm fan to baby. Only pana walk to be all no process no more than attaching. And they confuse me. Okay. Me just say baby. Me just say baby.
Okay. Reverend, text message there, but don't know wow dear. So they are praising you for your honesty. Okay, correct. And your objectivity. Yeah. Me da se me da almost was pa the woman say Vondee the main can because they attack the door. The woman say okay the man universal merchant bank be merchant bank. Okay. Now I hate for there. Now you send for there. 40 okay. There are demonstration across the country. I then so yam penny my town bank no because a state bank. The other TSC a town. Me idea ya ton first state home many home. Bakobra Sana Seban. Share a buying time and Senate for a pretty that bangano. Young share said net here and then investment bank go buy many advertisement. But I'm telling you, call on my banks I could do an alcohol here, you more ya. I feel you be any cassette and crano. And no call crano when near day. Oh, me take Cassan baby, bidding you to say hotels in Buha. Sabi a guanasa. The original so I can't say in Tia Nicosia 29 out of 4 no 1 out of you can say the 4 the 3 and the Enya holding but 1 because of Labadi Beach Hotel Tino my and Ton the Akano. In fact, the man who runs this year Nipe by the same people now, but boom say changes, Baba.
And no crab I call some say, or may so pumpo, no crab partner candia. Hotel being who I am managing well, a chain, you can say, Brand City, Rock City. And I think that is the biggest hotel in Ghana at the moment. Minim there. But to share said here, hotel is the biggest hotel. Adibakwa, I near me yakes and say, ya Toma Ghana and Toma foreigner. Yeah, Comra, you better mention Bang and or my idea. I'll be company video, but don't feel in the buy.
In South Africa.
So please, Mamma May and with all due respect to me, Parliamentary, I told him who said, penny for Parliament, don't come home, a cancer meeting of Mosa. Now, we almost entity no Bema Krum phone, and I Kruma phone, a whom was a send on here. I say, ye, you could your trouble, and some of the MPs, and it didn't move coca, no more corner moba. So they say, to be money buying, to be money on Union Parliamentary near ye. I think that MY more to me, to someone. I mean, Senator for to come and explain it to you at the committee level, even in Parliament. Say on my church, the reason why in here on all these shares and give me so is it only Bryan a Cobidiana
15 companies
or other companies can be
15 companies.
So those companies be we need ya and Canadian and Quebec. In fact, me Bryan come into, but me Bryan. But the embassy say Emremun or boom Raswana. Say a ton day, not the company. Saw your part on your part to Aqua Kotopi. Say saying you what talk the majority shares a free mono. It's Yamra, the members say it's Yamra or Queen Biswana, say Tiamra dia, and Yam Famranino. But in Tiamra dia, and ye, I miss now when say do baby, Namina, for Benny. Na ya ye did do for TC one that on really a Western Mission Bank on a guest of honor. Could try against and kick him. Then show me soon. Konama bread, a year why I call Tamale, I call Boga, all the regions. Ye did the Emperor Mountain, Mechad Bank. Under the NDC. Sometimes I'm on the phone. Look, who tear me? Be careful. Mind you, Machisa. Under the NDC, they sold the bank. Yeah, demonstrated that they were saying, say, a council, na bank ni challenged at the time. To move me and say a ton bank. No, yeah, demonstration from Accra to Wa. Every region. Yes, authorities in Benya. I mean, here in here. Now, Committee, I say, it didn't work. I idea more, depending on which government is in power. I idea more MPP, NDC. Oh, yes, I depending on the party in power. Cobra, Katie Restars are who the organ. I want for politicians. Oh, any politicians or no, anybody. I guess not for ya. Why are we not complaining? I didn't complain. Oh, me nada. I didn't pay Christ. I say, look, because today is the MPP, the NDC. They be on baby NPP baby and who say about me. NDC power is here. MPP for not even to talk about elections. Tell me NDC what power. Me can be. Me him free. Electoral Commission for name we spoke against it. And the MPP for defend the Electoral Commission. The NDC is against the Electoral Commission. It's not the same NDC and not yet Charlotte War. As if say or a part of them. Bibi abaka bi om the year no. And the same thing happen. Enti nada some na we say no I say enkofo bi basabasa bi see scarf bi buy man. Police for to tear gas in hot water ma enipa for prime era show mo call hospital. Hey, only be for mo bro for. Mo dia mo mobo. Where dey actually? Now we in Parliament. We timi to mo who did you matter we call lobby nom to onum didi bom. But our lobby on Yima TV so. And you won't have the eyes to watch to see the two sides now did you want just a minute be no. I call back a didi boom. And the public na ba na ya e wo famu no ye hu NDC MPP a na say yan twisi kan we ho. No. Mama ye kwan I'm a politician in you sir. Me see depending on government or then check SNIIT asset from 1992. Let's go back and check SNIIT asset. Whether it's building and I said any other you can say asset. Yan check kwan ya fa so eton or manager pade through SNIIT. Near me say who say you phone e kodi on chain. you will find both NDC and MPP members are SNIIT properties a woman.
Cabinet ministers.
We have to be careful. Now, the conference the animal be dim na ya say ase na hwan ya abaya de be no ton ya conference na nan be ka chom say obebo mama ne say na nan masase so na de ni city me ton mistake wo mama gida what be da e Ghana ha wo be da you me say government nyuma be enu e ton no under the NDC e me say am say enti be nyam nwa de e koso me say me na me owura Bryan Acheampong me nto ba me Bryan Acheampong because say obi fufuro to any problem but you as a politician dey okoto dey a problem you be ka ho asem te me anka mento because your white man yakra no kwabran e do so ma no but minim how a nedwuma sem dey etie two just a second am nua pani mram okay Pabra
Adana esa
the woman say
odi me abetra man kasa am ma sorry akọ the main topic how dey buy say the main topic how dey buy say kan wan say me nka I listen can 2 minutes impo keke what from abetra ha main topic kwa mama nka about the topic hey I'm surprised I'm surprised what mama
na ka bi nyamutre
na kwabra mama nkasa na masori ko
now but so the topic by what
can you say that
nyamutre na
ka wo gaga mi kakra kan na masori ko yes na ka fa ya no
look
hey I'm surprised so
mini tie
e dey na surprise
mama nkasa na wi mama kwabra mama yanya careful o man mu ana ya rehosem say judges are too difficult for them say o me fanamfo even a year kura ba omo ayi ase a omo ntimi ne obi ani nkomo amanya mesum kura ye din because of okwa sorry or the no sha so mbibiri a and so be hardwin when the esi o court me nkamu asem but we have to be careful me oyi na me office come now frame da wa branch bi aba me nchen e ba besu o se sei na atoro ntimpa cha o hwe na wo no se me bo na cheze wo ye o ka ho bia na ana sa de intimi sikrum hana na edube na bedu ba bi se afedie me nkoma amani wo adi wo kombo ba ko foni nkomo eno ye de aye asem nti anhwe bedu ba bi ne me be fa telephone afra me nua Vondee misro ana osuro oh Charles wa he so me nua bi say me nua anka wo conscience dia asem ni si onka onhwe na ommo na mame na no asem nti me kwa kwoboni ahwe akofan sama den aba look enye nne ne yeka but o china asem nti we have to be careful and let me also advise everybody not NDC alone don't play with court don't I thought that I nim dia ye wo ofie kwabra me sorry sia na me ball pempem sisi ya obi otia bia nim se me difo by court I can direct out court them yanka here say your camera yanka de me susu say a camera enti the ye kind of court no a different from the eye kind of mountain so me obi a nipa ba compare sempa ya to forcing in fact me share no physical say me nua Vondee tie but me sempa I see him say that on so can penifo mbetimi aboa o man
can he will be president
I di o man anim kokwan bi so da
o ma me kasa
tie enti onye obi a me wish ne say onya amane enkonko da fiase anase bibi nkosi me nka say de me ko asem kana meka and so I'll plead with him plead with the NDC this is about court and it's about law let us all of us tread cautiously and the kind of exchanges in summer Ekosiisen in court and outside the court because
yes.
The bottom line is there and the only day no Kobra say anye tuntuma
Bryan asam no ho me I'm very different look Bryan is my friend and say me ka Bryan asam a me can it differently so what on wade na se me ho semra kwan so me to a me wosika metimi ato a under normal circumstances no meto inti aden na SNIIT fo a wo makoton ye japade no yenka ho asem and I don't know how the NDC will listen to me and hear what I'm saying now na den SNIIT fo womo ekoton wade no yanka SNIIT fo asam na mom Bryan woton wo kokobede
wakoto
na me so makoto me de ya nibere akogo Bryan so bebebe. Look, by all standard Amartey Bryan or you businessman. I am a businessman.
Of course.
Intino some fee say hotel no mon pesa mo beton wa munyai mon ton bio. What do you mean I say? The fact is that it is not good for the young man's business. They dia ye intina me to Bryan for say look me Samia Bryan ye wade nyina ho kwan yo na so me bi nhame so Bryan woko kwewu a na woko Rock City it's absolute beautiful place inti we want to e pa na beba what do you say for me no hold on for me and Bryan I feel say on my day we nko. Number 2, I am totally against a sale of state asset, either to private person, to a politician, to a foreigner. I'm against it. What do you mean? Mami man fan to more than NPP. Ebrana, that equalization will not work. Ebrana, your banks yes capitalization are you guni. What I said was that a human being onipa na run bank no.
So take them off.
And wasai bank no. Take them off. Bring people who can reason.
I agree with you.
To run the bank.
I agree with
so Ghanaians can get the work to do.
I agree with you.
If you feel say SNIIT, if you feel say 1 year running hotels no, they are not correct. Take them off. Bring people who can reason with you. And Professor Pejumayo. There are young men and women.
Unfortunately,
you know, hold on. But we can't continue with that equalization.
No,
take them off.
About the states.
Nafa
mine you can default.
Nafa obi. Anfa obimbra. Neni pan beye jumani. You see, it's a lazy it's a lazy man approach. Sa adiana nye ani aton. A lazy man approach. A loot and share approach. Miss